What's up, guys? Oda King Live coming at you again for another top 10 anime episode. Whoa, my gosh. But anyways, as you may know, you've seen one of these before. Today's episode is going to be top 10 horror anime that I found out of my collection. You have no idea how long it took me to find all these. Okay, so anyways, top 10 horror is kind of hard to do because, as you may know, horror is kind of rare in the anime zone, especially the stuff that was released at least in North America. So we're gonna start at what I could find, and we're gonna start kind of low and go kind of high. So first off, we got Coco, which was released by manga. 3-disc set in a box is how I got it, and unfortunately, it's been a while since I've watched Coco, so I'm not too familiar on the whole story. I just remember them being some types of detectives or cops or something like that, and fighting back, a monster horde. And I do remember being pleasantly surprised by it because I hadn't really known anything on this before getting it. So I certainly recommend Coco if you find it. It ended up being kind of a gem in the end. Next up is, you've probably heard of it, Red Garden. It was pretty big when it released, but it just, I don't know, it just didn't really catch on. Pretty much it's based on, your 5 girls or whatever who are dead, surprise. And they pretty much have to fight off zombies and everything else to chance to be alive again. I never finished it myself. It took me a while to actually finish the series itself. I think it was a 6-disc set. And I only got about halfway through because then by the time I finished it, it needs a rewatch, put it that way. So Red Garden, it's pretty good and it never got the love it deserved. So check it out by ADV back in the day. Third, unfortunately, really needs a rewatch. This is, if you've ever even heard of this, is Gilgamesh. Also, I believe a 6-disc set released by ADV. Unfortunately, I remember being a brother and sister. They're hiding out in an old creepy house, but outside of that, I really can't remember anything about this show. It's been about 5 years since I've seen it. Actually, you know what? It's probably more like 8 to 10. I gotta rewatch this show because I don't remember anything about it. I remember it being quite good, but that's about it. Gilgamesh, yeah. Next up, this one, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't really belong here. I put it in here anyways. Serial Experiments Lane. Yeah, it's not really a horror. It's more of a, really, kind of tame psycho, thriller kind of thing. Either way, 10 horror films is hard, okay? So I put Lane in here. It spooked me when I watched it. Of course, this was like a long time ago. But either way, it deals with, all that nonsense of suicide and, all that other jazz. So whatever, it made the list. Mostly because of the next one that it kind of, goes hand in hand with. Paranoia Agent. This one's fantastic. Satoshi Kon at his best. Again, with the psycho type thriller, horror aspect of, whodunit. A really good series. I believe it's a 4-disc set. Was released actually by Genion. Been a while since they've been around. I believe it was, of course, re-released, but not too familiar with the re-release when I got this one. So it's pretty much a kid on roller skates with bent up baseball bats going around smacking people, or is he? It's a huge mystery right up till the end, which gets a little crazy. Check it out if you haven't already. It's fantastic. Newer one, Shiki. Pretty much what do we got here? We got vampires. This is heavy too. Vampires killing people, wiping a town out, other vampires. It's that kind of show, and it's surprisingly good. It surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I haven't heard much about it. But check it out because I was surprised. Next up, you probably know it, When They Cry. Surprising fact I saw in this one, this was actually released originally by Genion. I never knew. It was like a 6-disc set. I didn't realize it until I was looking around on eBay one day for the further series of this. Really surprised by that knowledge, which I guess is probably why this set is dubbed. It was probably the original Genion dub, now that I think about it, because I know, seasons 2 and 3 of this are subtitled only, and that sucks. But anyways, when they cry, it's, again, small town, chicks who are crazy, and a lot of torturing going on. I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was that good. This has a pretty good cult following, and it's worth a watch. Check it out, but it's got that confusing thing going on with it. Next up, Elfenlied. Yet another classic here. Popular too, and also goes in almost into the ultra-violent series. But Mew, or whatever the hell her name is our main girl here, and pretty much she's crazy and she just rips people apart. And tries to get a boyfriend, I guess. What else more is there to say on this show? Because more than likely you've seen it, and if you haven't, hurry up. Next up is one of the big classics that came out not too long ago. I guess it's not really a classic, but it was definitely popular. Is Another. I first learned of this through music videos. I saw those scenes where like that girl falls down the stairs onto the umbrella and stuff. Had to see it. Wasn't as top tier as I thought it was going to be, because I was seeing a lot of videos on it. I was hearing a lot about it, but it is still really good and certainly needs a watch. Would recommend Another, but just it's not A plus. It's like a B plus show. And then last but not least, and also kind of fits into the ultra violence, and oh my god if I didn't forget it, but is Helsing. Helsing's borderline horror, borderline ultraviolence, but I think it fits in either series, so I put it in horror, especially the Ultimate version, which, is pretty much just a remake of the original Helsing series that just, fleshes out the whole manga series. If you haven't seen Helsing, especially the Ultimate, get out there, buy it, do whatever the hell you need to. Watch it. It is friggin' amazing. And there really is nothing else to say. What was this one released by? Genion. Yes, of course, Genion initially released it. I believe it was then, finished off by, I believe, Funimation. I can't really remember right now off the top of my head. So this was, of course, my finisher because, well, it's probably the best show out of all these as far as I'm concerned. So anyways, leave a like if you liked anything in this episode. Comment below if I missed any. Let me know. And I'll see you next time.